to my dear Kung Fu Wing Chun community at One Tao Temple. Just a quick share. Now I'm at my favorite bar, which I attend almost every day. See, it's very nice. And the inside is also very nice. Sometimes I come here quite depressed, anxious, having my own doubts, my own resistance to things I should do. And I somehow noticed that I'm not maybe all the time in my good gear, my good speed, especially in circumstances of in comparison of being alone versus being in company. So when being in company, I tend to disconnect, to get in my own thoughts, my own mind, and think about some things that I should do, some improvements I ought to make. And when I'm alone, when I do have time to think about improvements or to just reset all of my beings, then I urge to have some company. I believe both drives for both company and to solve problems personally, intimately, are good and welcome. But the timing is quite questionable, because when alone, then I should work on my improvements, on my plans, on my strategies, and not yearn for company. And when I'm in company, I should immerse into whatever company is bringing to the table. And I believe this distribution of focus in these two separate lines is something we all should strive to improve. So when in company, immerse into company, listen, feel, sense, center, sync. And when alone, do all these things as well, but immerse, center, sync, sense, things and strategies and plans which are easier to deal with when being alone without distractions. So if we put like bookie, like some mathematical account, two lines, then I believe everything is good. So my self-improvement and relaxation column is good, and my social activity column is good, but not sometimes in right place or right time. So maybe it's really a matter of self-discipline. When circumstances put you in position of being alone, then relax and work on your plans. and when in company, being company. Sometimes I find myself contradictory, because while being in company I desire to be alone and to work on my things, and while being alone then I desire to be in company and to be amused by others. And I believe both of these columns of circumstances are good. Enough time of being alone and enough time of being in a company. But sometimes I do not have the self-discipline or the integrity to align with the circumstances, and when being alone to work things that are made to be worked alone, and when in company to do things which are for company, which are not your individual things. So there's a quite contradiction, and it both these things, when in company wanting to be alone and when alone wanting to be in company, I believe it's just manifestations of the same thing, which is rebellion or unnecessary internal friction, which always thinks the grass is greener in some other circumstances, and then the realization that grass is always green where you are at the moment. It's just a matter of integrity and discipline to detect what are the circumstances and what one should do within these circumstances. So when being alone, think about all the things which are not so easy to think about when in company, and when in company, enjoy the company. And that's a prescription for good life. At least I didn't steal 45 minutes of your time. It's just 8. It's Friday in Croatia. Have a nice evening, and see you at our online or in vivo temples.